Access on Project Alpha. The views expressed in this programming are not the views of Public Access, Project Alpha, Geek and Sundry, Nerdist, Legendary Digital Networks, or their respective parent companies or affiliates. Would you like to host your own show on Public Access? Do you live in the Los Angeles area? Contact us at publicaccess@projectalpha.com to book your programming time today.
Live from beautiful downtown Burbank, it's the Matt Teardrop Show. Everybody!
All right.
Well, it's actually the Matthew Teardrop Show. But it's great to be back here at Nerdist Studios in beautiful, downtown Burbank, California, for another episode of the Matthew Teardrop Show. I'm going to open up here with something really special. I'm going to do a comedy monologue. So, I had some ideas for like some kind of sketches and characters. I didn't really have time to really flesh them out. I just have the ideas though, so I'll just show you the ideas, and if you guys like it, maybe I'll do something with it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, right? If you can come up here, I got them all here on paper. My first idea for like a sketch. You can show the first one. It's Forrest Trump, where it's like Forrest Gump but with Donald Trump instead. You can see that there. There's Donald Trump and the famous park bench from Forrest Gump. All right, I don't know about that one. The next one, it's Home Alone. But like it's that little boy, Donald Trump's son, instead of Macaulay Culkin, and like maybe he's at the White House alone. And then there's Donald Trump instead of Joe Pesci, and I just got myself as the other guy. That was okay. My next one, you know the famous book, The Grapes of Wrath. I came up with the Vapes of Wrath. It's the same thing, but they're vaping. Then I also came up with the Apes of Wrath, where it's like the Grapes of Wrath, but like with apes. Like maybe the apes world is heading into depression. The same thing. Then I also came up with the Vaping Apes of Wrath. This is a combination of all of them, just to streamline it a little bit. Anyway, don't show this one yet. Okay. Sorry. This last one I think is like the real. You can throw this one. The last one here is probably. This is one I'm thinking is gonna like put my kids through college.
Ready? Drum roll?
Yeah, I'm ready. Abraham Lincoln. And that's how you do a comedy monologue.
Yeah!
Well, it feels great to be back in this chair again, huh?
Totally, man. And so much has been happening. I mean, in this world, so much has been happening.
Oh, sure.
I know now our dear, loved President Donald Trump doesn't want any of the Muslim sugar daddies I have to come back from Iran, and they're sitting on oil wells and everything. Isn't that terrible, Matt? Isn't that a shame?
Oh, sure. But it's not terrible. Is I heard that you're going to be performing a song for us today.
Yes, and in fact, it is definitely an LA song, and I'm going to perform it with Tramp for the Lord, a friend of mine.
Why don't we bring him up right now?
All right.
With his guitar.
Bring up the Tramp, and don't forget the tambourine.
Don't forget the tambourine.
I don't have to.
Whoever is in charge of that.
And we're going to do this song. It's an
Cox,
LA
everyone.
song.
Tramp for the Lord.
Everybody, give it up for the Tramp himself, Doug Cox. His name is spelled C-O-X, not C-O-C-K-S.
Need a pick?
I got one.
Okay. And this song is called Under the Sun.
There's nothing sold that can't be stolen. No one alive that will not die. Nobody is free to do as they please. There is no soul without a disease. under the sun. Satan's son. And Jack toiled in that field picking cotton, yeah. All that stuff was rotten, man. I'll miss so love and love. All tears tied to the soil. Under the sun.
Satan's son,
Under the sun.
Satan's son.
Lord, leave fish, go home after school. Her mother's love was cruel, and she counted strokes, prayed for an end. If death was that friend, under the sun,
Satan's son,
Satan's son. And Billy, he had rainbow eyes, all that love inside. Them boys didn't like it that way, just another hateful day. Under the sun,
Satan's son.
Satan's son.
There is no one else. What is it? What is it? Wait a second. Keep it going. Keep it going. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a minute. There is nothing made that cannot be stolen. No one alive that will not die. No one is free to do as they please. There is no soul without a disease.
Under that sun, Satan's son. Under the sun, that is Satan's son.
I wasn't even ready for this, but there you go, folks. There you go.
Oh, that was great. That was a great song, Karen.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Who knew such beautiful pipes?
Who knew? It comes from living in LA a long time and doing acoustic, meaningful folk songs and ballad rhythm songs, and me going to a country western bar where two stupid rednecks have a fight, and it's stuff like that, you know, bikers, strip joints I danced at, and me meeting somebody as high class as Doug Cox, and me performing with
He's a
some
high-class
high class
guy.
singer like you, because that's where it's at, man.
Well, speaking of where it's at, we got a great guest coming up here. He's a great guy. He's a good friend of mine, and he is close personal friends with Jake the Snake Roberts. And let's hear it for Ryan Hailey.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, America. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, Matt.
How was the drive?
Hello, Karen. Hello, Pony.
Hi, babe.
It was great ride. I actually don't know Jake the Snake Roberts personally, but
Get out of here.
Well, didn't you meet him or something?
I filmed a wrestling show with him. Yeah, once.
What was he
You
like?
probably wouldn't know me.
Well,
if you
because I
know me.
watched that movie that was all about how he was having tough times and getting better.
Right.
And I was like, oh, well, the end of the movie gets better. And you're like, it's not so better.
No, not really.
Spoiler alert. I haven't finished it.
Well, it's called The Resurrection of Jake the Snake. They wouldn't end with him not resurrecting.
All right.
Right.
What about, tell us about the reality show that you won. You won a reality show, right?
Well, it was called Race to the Scene, and I don't know if it's still on anymore, but Dolph Lundgren hosted it. and it
Ooh,
was,
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And he would create famous movie scenes, and you'd have to escape from them. So
Was it like his famous movie scenes?
No, it was like we were in it.
Like Universal Soldier?
That would be
I think.
sweet. But no, it was like E.T. We were at the E.T. Neighborhood, and we were all riding around on bikes, and I was in
He
the.
wasn't in E.T., I don't think.
He was just the host, Matt.
And was his body full of
How
shooting up
was
steroids
his
or
body?
His
Yeah.
body was full of shooting up steroids,
Yeah.
probably, yeah. And
His body was full of
he was
shooting up
dating
steroids.
he was dating the hairdresser lady too, so they were like
what
always
hairdresser
making
lady?
out. And he couldn't remember any of his lines. That was kind of funny.
What?
They had to have big cue cards, and he could only get through like half a sentence every time he read.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a shame. Hopefully we'll see the resurrection of Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren.
But you won that show, didn't you?
Yeah, I kicked their ass.
What happened?
Well, I think that they thought that me and my partner were not going to be like that good at this or
'Cause,
something.
you look like a doctor or something, right?
Right,
Yeah, a
lawyer.
lawyer, a doctor.
But then
doctor,
yeah, because we were up
obviously.
against it was we're both just big people, and then when we were up against this like 50-year-old mom and her like karate lesson teacher son, and then like then this model and her friend. So it was like super easy. We just beat them. But they make it look really close in the video.
We'll get this. What did you win?
Well, we won 10 grand to split, and then they have us at the end riding off of the set in like a big RV, and they're like, "You won this RV," but then in the fine print it was like we won it for like 2 months. So I rented the RV. I got the RV, and for 1 month of it, I rented it to this Indian family on Craigslist, and they went out to like Wyoming with it, and then I made like a bunch of money there, and then the rest of it we parked at Venice Beach, and we just lived
All
at the
right.
beach for a month.
What'd you do with your half of the $10,000?
I made a bunch of puppets and a kids TV show.
Well, I asked all the questions I thought of. That was Jake the Snake in the reality show. You want to do some stuff with the puppets?
Yeah, I brought some puppets to show America.
Awesome.
So this first one, this guy's name is Dentist Hopper.
Can I hold it for you?
Yeah, sure.
I love
Dennis
this
Hopper.
one.
Yeah.
Is
Like
this
Dennis
one? I
Hopper,
love
but
Right,
this one.
dentist.
It's a
Yeah.
But only Dentist Hopper.
Wait, didn't I come up with part of that?
His name just used to be Dennis Hopper, and then you were like, it should be called Dentist Hopper because of his teeth. And then I was
That's
like,
why I got a TV show.
That's his name now. So yeah, you put your hands through here to make his hands, Oh shit, wait.
Hey,
Those are his.
Whoops.
Those are his hands. My dirty socks. Let's see here.
I think you're allowed to say the S word. You just can't say the F word.
No, don't say either one of those.
Hi. I can't really make him talk like a ventriloquist or anything, so he just kind of hangs out here. So anyway, would you like to ask Dennis Hopper a question?
I
It's
would.
so nice to meet you. Hi.
Pony, why don't you ask Dentist Hopper a
He
question
says hi.
since you're right next to him?
I'm
What's
I'm
your
his-
favorite color, dentist?
I'm his interpreter. He said blue.
That's a
Here's
hot
my
color.
question for Dennis Hopper. Like,
Yeah.
do you take meth and speed? Does that build up you being a bunny boy
That's
when
why
you
his
hop
teeth are
along?
messed up.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay.
Does anyone in the audience have a question for Dentist Hopper? Any questions from the audience?
Piano in his mouth.
These are his braces. He just has terrible teeth, and
That's how you can tell he grew up poor.
here you go, Karen. I'm gonna let you hold on to Dennis while I get.
Well, that was good. It's Dentist Hopper.
Dennis Hopper.
Did you bring any other friends
I brought
along
one
for the
more
ride?
friend. This is Moby Rick.
Moby Rick.
Yeah,
I like him too.
this is a big fish that.
You're not supposed to say that word.
Oh,
No, you can say it.
That's a joke from before the show started.
so yeah, this guy you like he can eat you, so you get inside of him like this, and then I can see through the blowhole. I don't know if you can.
Okay, well,
Loves it.
so how many
Awesome.
fingers am I holding up?
You're holding out 3.
He got it.
He got it.
Mo, does anyone have any questions for Moby Rick?
It's you can all, you know, it's fun to have them on your head, but then you can also kind of be sitting there like at the park and you're like,
You can do a lot of things at the park.
yeah. You can do a lot of things with this fish, basically. He can eat you in all different ways. So, anyone want to get eaten by Moby Rick?
Who wants to get eaten?
Like
Let's get
maybe
Mouse
later.
up here. Where's Mouse?
He's busy.
Eat it.
Yeah, give him some
Eat him.
Eat it.
Eat it. That's Mouse, the man behind the camera.
Kinda. When I get
All right.
in here.
Yeah, so here, do it.
It's like being in Guar.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see through the blowhole.
I told you.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Blowhole.
You got it.
You got it.
Tastes terrible.
Yeah.
Were there any socks in
I
there?
know, but they're so cute.
Well, that's great, Mouse. You get an IMDb credit for that one.
Well,
Let's see. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Have you ever worn that on a first date?
no.
Have you ever worn that on a last date?
He said it was like being in Guar, which fun trivia fact. Hunter Jackson from Guar taught me how to make all this stuff.
Wow.
So yeah, give it up for Hunter Jackson. He's the man.
Here's another fun fact.
Techno Destructo.
We were talking about dates. These guys got so many dates, right? How did that happen?
What?
Oh. Well, just like earlier, we were at Mateo's house, and I guess they found a bunch of boxes of dates.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's what I thought of when you said dates. That shows you where my head's at. Well, that was a great,
Hey, thanks
That
a
was
lot
a
for
great
having
job,
me here.
Ryan.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Aunt Ryan and dentist and fish.
All
It's
right.
all right. It's okay to clap for him.
Am I gone now? Am I leaving?
I guess that's it for now.
All right.
Well, you'll come back a little later at the end.
Sweet.
For the Saturday Night Live ending.
Thank you, America.
Thank you, America.
Yeah.
Yeah, babe.
Woo!
Boy, wasn't that great, Karen?
It was lovely.
What was your favorite of the puppets?
I liked the bunny boy because it felt like he was humping me and so on, you know, and
whatever
he
works
was
for you,
cute. You know, I like the fish, but I like the rabbit better.
Which one did you like, Pony?
I think Karen covered it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
That's why you guys get along so great, because you all like the same stuff.
totally.
Answer each other's questions. But our next guest, we got a great other guest coming up. She's a prominent local author. She runs, what is it, 21 books. That's 42 if you add it up. She's close personal friends with Penelope Spheris. And she's going to read from a piece from her great book, Last Chance for Slow Dance with Crooked Teeth. And if you listen closely, you might hear a couple chapters about other people you know. How about we give it up for Endless Meghan Warner? One introduction.
Hey, I'm just gonna read a chapter. Potterburger was like an old neighbor catering to the broke and longtime Echo Park residents on the ever-changing strip of Sunset Boulevard. Their style hadn't changed in decades, with a burnt orange sign with Potterburger in 1970s Gothic font, and an outdoor benches bolted to the cement on a patio with iron bars facing sunset. They took EBT, the #1 reason Sam and Miles adored them, and their menu was cheap for the city, though it was the longest wait for fast food. Miles, known as Miley among his friends, was tall with incredibly long legs and arms. When he shaved his beard, he and Sam looked more like brothers than Sam and Charlie, but Miley let the beard grow strong at the end of summer, claiming he had a weak chin that needed covering. He was hungover in decent spirits, wearing a torn t-shirt, and red and brown plaid board shorts, sitting between Sam and Freddie. Sam was in his usual Western getup, with a snazzy, multicolored long sleeve unbuttoned at the top. When he laughed, Missy's heart hurt. Missy sat next to Brian. She was flying high with the boys on the way down the street to Patra's until she saw Brian standing in the parking lot. He was showered, shaved, and dressed for brunch, serving bottomless mimosas. "He did want to see your life, miss," Freddie whispered to her while they walked down to meet everyone. He was right, but she also knew this guy had no idea what he was in for. Not just with Patra's, but with the boys also. The scene at the table felt like Brian was meeting Missy's brothers for their approval for dating. Everyone ordered a combo with burger and fries. Missy got a Diet Coke, Brian a Coke, and all the boys ordered cups of water. "Brian, what's your story?" Freddie asked in a mildly accusing manner. "Yeah, where do you come from?" Sam jumped in. Missy's stomach nodded. She hurt with embarrassment. She wasn't ashamed of her friends, but she was embarrassed she brought such an outsider to them. "What are your intentions with our daughter?" Miley said intensely, and cracked a loud, high-pitched laugh from his throat that startled everyone. Brian fake laughed. "Huh, I'm from San Diego. My parents and sisters still live down there. I came up here for the Birthright program that sends you on a trip to Israel, and found a job in a production company in Hollywood." "Wow, it's pretty good," Sam said, genuinely impressed. "Well, what do you guys do?" Miley bit off a half a jalapeno on his plate. His face turned red and he bowed his head down as his eyes teared up and nose began to run. Missy laughed terribly and shoved napkins at him. "I busk in the Santa Monica Metro stop. Miley teaches piano, and Freddie... I don't know, Freddie, what do you do?" Miley took another bite of the jalapeno. "Dude, what are you doing? Stop it." Missy took the remaining pepper from him. "I don't hate myself enough this morning." Brian turned his focus back on Freddie. They had an unspoken standoff with their eyes. Brian put his arm around Missy, but Freddie kept his cool. "What's your story, Freddie?" "Same as Missy, pretty much. I left with her from our hometown because I was homeless and had nothing left to lose." "But what do you do for money?" "I get by. I do things." "He's an artist. He's really good at horror and dark shit. He's doing an installation for the Halloween party at Honey Trap." Missy chimed in. She gave Freddie a hard stare, telepathically telling him to be nice. "Why were you homeless? I'm just curious." Freddie turned his arms over to hide the scars on the insides of his forearms. His blood was boiling. He and Missy felt each other's discomfort with the question. A part of him wanted to be honest, because he rarely talked about it with his friends, let alone some dude he just met, about the violence of his night terrors, or the suicide attempt he made at his ex-girlfriend's house, or how Missy was the only person he felt safe with, and that was the reason he moved with her. We've all been homeless. Sam, Teardrop, and I used to live in our vans and play at Takes on Friday nights because they paid you in dinner. It was like a 3-course fancy French dinner while we're all kicking in our vans. "Yeah, and now I'm the only one carrying on the torch. You two gave up the van life." "I'm gonna go smoke." Freddie got up and walked to the parking lot. "Anyone need anything? I'm gonna run over to the Royal." "I'll go with you," Miley said, and left Sam alone with Missy and Brian. "So how'd you two meet?" Sam asked. "I was camping in Joshua Tree with some buddies when Missy came wandering over to our camp. Some Molly and alcohol later, and she was one of us." Missy and Sam shared a sad connection in their eyes. Thank you very much.
Hey!
Right.
Oh, that was great. How come everybody has a code name except for me in that story?
How could I become anything better than Teardrop?
What about, like, I don't know, Franklin or something?
No, we're going to get you a code name.
Just real quick, let's bring up the birthday girl. Might as well. She's here.
Yeah.
Let's bring her up here. Oh, she left. All right, forget it. Why don't we'll do something a little different. We got a great musical act coming up. Circus of Books.
All right.
You know how I like to do the Saturday Night Live ending. Why don't we just have everybody come up on stage and Circus of Books will play also.
All right.
Combine them, right?
Combine time.
Exactly.
It's been a great show. Yeah, everybody come on up.
This is gonna be good.
That's what we do the Saturday Night. You know how they end Saturday Night Live with
Like a song, or like they're all.
where like everybody's on stage.
Oh,
Well,
shit,
and
sorry.
spill each other's drinks. That's one thing they don't do.
Featuring Karen Centerfold on tambourine,
Oh, come on up, Heavy and Captain.
Robert on the bass,
Got it.
and
Heavy, come on
my
up
good
here.
friend Gibbons on the mouth harp.
You might remember the Natural Brothers from last
And
episode.
Heavy Thunder
It's not their first
in
rodeo.
Scarlet Red.
Goes like a little something like this.
look at us and you smile and you cheer and pretend you can hear. One day I'll be your ears. One day I'll be your ears. The tree in the ground, it grows up in the sky, and it lives a long time, and eventually dies, and the seeds in the dirt get turned into a church, with sermons that nobody hears. And one day I'll be your ears. And the future will come and eventually pass, and you'll go where you'll go, and you'll laugh if you last, and you'll be broken up into all kinds of stuff, and adding up all of the years. One day I'll be your ears.
Everybody, thank you for tuning in to the Teardrop
Okay,
Show.
Circus of
Scotty's
Books,
birthday
everybody.
is together in here somewhere.
Exactly.
Or whatever. We're all going to Katya's house after this.
All right.
The address is, what's the address?
Who's the camera?
You used to know it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Pretend.
I don't know if I want to say it in front of millions of people on live national TV.
You are watching Public Access on Project Alpha. The views expressed in this programming are not the views of Public Access, Project Alpha, Geek and Sundry, Nerdist, Legendary Digital Networks, or their respective parent companies or affiliates. Would you like to host your own show on Public Access? Do you live in the Los Angeles area? Contact us at publicaccess@projectalpha.com to book your programming time today.